We are just one day away from the Academy Awards.
I'm Jacqueline Lee here on the red carpet in Hollywood. The Oscars one day away. Now coming up, we'll tell you how Taylor Swift's Eras Tour is inspiring some of the performances you'll see.
Now, Southern California's news leader, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Good Saturday morning to you. I'm Irene Cruz.
And I'm Tim Caputo. Amid this March heat wave, firefighters overnight were busy in Santa Clarita. Check this out. This fire started just after 11:30 last night on Soledad Canyon near Camp Plenty Road. The fire burned the brush just outside of a housing development there, but no homes were burned. The fire itself was small, but it still took about 28 crews, about a half hour to finally get that fire out. Unclear at this point how it started, but with these warm days we've been having, we'll have all next week. It can be awfully dangerous when a fire starts.
A dramatic video from an anti-ICE protest in downtown LA. The footage from last night shows an SUV exiting the Roybal Federal Building and being confronted by a protester trying to block that path. The vehicle continued moving, carrying the woman on its hood for a short distance before she fell off. It appears she was able to get back up and rejoin the group without any major injuries. Now to the escalating war in Iran. Thousands of U.S. forces are headed to the Middle East as the White House and Tehran trade threats.
And the conflict fueling economic anxiety here at home, all because of those rising gas prices. Eyewitness News reporter Michelle Fisher has more.
New footage released by President Trump on X showing the U.S. bombing Iran's Karg Island, which handles 90% of the nation's oil exports. The president saying the U.S. didn't wipe out oil infrastructure, but obliterated military targets there.
Their Navy is gone, their Air Force is gone, most of their military is gone, their big threat is gone in every way.
But Iran is fighting back 2 weeks into Operation Epic Fury. Iran ramping up attacks on oil tankers and shutting the vital Strait of Hormuz, impacting global oil supplies. Gas prices rising with a national average now 72 cents higher since March 1st.
You're going to see a very big decrease in the price of gasoline, gas, anything having to do with energy as soon as this is ended.
The president unable to predict a timeline.
How long now do you think the war is likely to last?
I can't tell you that. I mean, I have my own idea, but what good does it do? It'll be as long as it's necessary.
The Pentagon now deploying 5,000 Marines and sailors on 3 amphibious ships to the Middle East. Military officials saying the deployment does not mean the service members will be used on the ground in Iran, but they have that capability. We're awaiting the identities of 6 U.S. service members killed when their refueling tanker crashed in Iraq. 2 KC-135 jets were involved. New images from Can 11 showing damage to the tail of the second, which landed safely in Israel. Military officials say the jets were in friendly airspace over western Iraq when the crash happened for reasons that haven't been disclosed. The Pentagon saying it was not hostile or friendly fire.
War is chaos. And as we saw yesterday with the tragic crash of our KC-135 tanker, bad things can happen. American heroes. All of them.
Ohio's governor on X sharing 3 of the 6 service members killed were deployed with the Ohio Air National Guard. Michelle Fisher, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
New data shows the U.S. economy was struggling even before the conflict in Iran began. Growth at the end of last year was weak, largely due to the government shutdown, and now rising oil prices are pushing inflation even higher. This puts the Federal Reserve in a very difficult spot. They meet in a couple days to decide on interest rates, but higher prices might prevent any cuts. Well, the path forward getting a little clearer for one family who lost everything in the Eaton fire.
Here's a look at some of the devastation from last year. Home builder Michael Estalis and his family have reached what he calls a fair settlement from SoCal Edison. He lost his home and more than a dozen rental properties and buildings. Estalis took advantage of Edison's wildfire compensation program.
Insurance companies offered fairly little compensation for, like in this case, let's say the building behind us, I got $50 per square foot.
Since October, more than 2,600 claims have been submitted to SoCal Edison's compensation program. So far, nearly 800 offers have been extended.
Navigating around Hollywood getting a lot harder this weekend as crews get ready for the Oscars. More road closures are happening. Here's a look at the areas around the Dolby Theater that just shut down. A lot of red out there. Some areas began those closures starting last week. Some of the roads are going to be closed through Wednesday of next week. Both drivers and local buses will have to reroute until the red carpet tent has been taken down.
And you know what? The biggest night in Hollywood is just a day away.
Conan O'Brien back as the host, and the night expected to be filled with surprises. Of course, incredible fashion as well. ABC's Jacqueline Lee live at the Dolby Theater this morning in Hollywood, where it will all unfold. Good morning.
Hey guys, good morning. Look, I don't know if you can hear it. There's a lot of stuff going on outside of where we are standing because we are getting into those final hours before all of those celebs walk on the red carpet. And as you can see, the carpet, it's a different kind of red this year. It's like a maroon burnt orange. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but the big thing though, everyone wants to know which movie will take home Best Picture. The carpet is rolled out, the lights are set. Just one more day until Tinseltown celebrates the best and brightest in motion picture at the annual Academy Awards. The field for Best Picture is tight and includes some of the most talked about films of the year.
But it also can pierce the veil between life and death.
Sinners, a story about vampires in the 1930s South. An undercover alien in Begonia. An unforgettable ping pong player in Marty Supreme. And an ex-revolutionary in One Battle After Another.
Big performances, big popcorn movies, a lot of international representation. We've got everything. All I will say is we have a lot of star power on our stage this year.
Conan O'Brien returning to host after a successful run last year and saying even he is stumped at who will win the most coveted Oscar.
I think this is the best crop of movies that I can think of in a bunch of years. I mean, it's amazing. And they're all so different.
And for the first time in Academy Awards history, Golden from the animated movie K-pop Demon Hunters is the first song in the K-pop genre nominated for Best Original Song.
It means so much because that's exactly what, Golden did, and, it helped me go through a hard time. So I'm just really grateful that, people are really connecting with the lyrics, and it's beyond just a pop song. It's truly a form of therapy.
Emmy Award-winning choreographer Mandy Moore is producing the performances. She also choreographed Taylor Swift's Eras Tour.
I feel like I'm almost drawing from stuff I did with Taylor in the stadium tour because K-pop in its DNA is also very stadium-like, right? These are pop stars. We have this lighting effect called Pix Mob, and they do it a lot in stadium performances, and it's basically like those wristbands that light up, and you can program them to do all these different things within the audience, and I don't think we've ever had them on the Oscars, so I'm actually really excited.
It is going to be a lot of fun, guys. Now, the Oscars creative team says the theme of this year's show is humanity. They are really trying to celebrate human connection and human touch. In Los Angeles, Jacqueline Lee, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Well, the excitement has been growing all week, and we've been watching people get ready on the red carpet. We know that people are working all around the clock to get everything ready for the Oscars. So what is the vibe out there like this morning, Jacqueline?
Look, you know what? Actually, everyone is talking about the color of the carpet. Apparently, yesterday, or maybe it was the day before, someone found a scrap of the old carpet from last year, and it said when you have the two carpets side by side, this looks purely orange. It's different. I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel about it. And also, I don't know if you can hear that, but they really are getting everything ready and trying to clean it all up ahead of tomorrow, guys.
It is truly incredible that they do this every year, and they put the finishing touches on truly the day, the night before, even sometimes the morning before. All right, thank you, Jacqueline. We, of course, are your home for Oscar Sunday as well. You can watch Eyewitness News at 9 a.m., followed by an NBA game at 9:30.
And then at 12:30, George talks to the stars with On the Red Carpet at the Oscars. At 3:30, it's the Oscars Red Carpet Show, followed by the award show at 4. Then it's the Bachelorette before the first rose. An encore of the Oscars is followed by Eyewitness News, and then On the Red Carpet after the awards.
We talk about preparations going into it, Carly. People have their clothes and their outfits ready well in advance. The heat plays a factor, I think.
It does, and the good news is we thought it'd still be very hot into the weekend. At least we're finally seeing somewhat of a cool down, as much as 10 degrees. I don't know if it's still going to be warm under that tent, but I think there's going to be a pretty nice cool breeze pushing through as well. Right now we're taking a look over LAX, and there's a light, I don't know if you can kind of tell there, a little bit of a fog. It's very light, but we expect most of that to begin clearing out by mid-morning. Some of the coastal areas will see that fog lasting a little longer, with mostly cloudy skies becoming mostly sunny later on today. About 59 degrees right now at LAX with that light breeze, and we are looking at across the region temperatures right around these mid to upper 50s from Santa Clarita to Van Nuys, 64 in downtown LA with 58 in Wrightwood. You're looking at 62 in Anaheim with 55 in Temecula. Areas around Hawthorne at 60 as 59 degrees is sitting there in Redondo Beach. A very light trough up ahead is just northern California. Central Valley area is pushing down on us. That is getting rid of that high pressure, and that is bringing us some cooler temperatures today. We're going to be looking at low 70s by noon with mid 70s on the coastline. Los Angeles hitting about 80 degrees today, and the IE and valley spots right around mid to upper 80s, but still much cooler than yesterday. We'll talk more about this heat and how long it's expected to last coming up. Tim.
All right, Carly, thank you. Well, more backlash to entertainment giant Live Nation. The employees who laughed about, quote, robbing fans blind.
Plus,